Say his name and he appears.
That's right, Danny from the CornerCade is here. Say his name and he appears. Welcome to the Let's Go show. Can I get a yeah?
Yeah!
Let's go, baby. We are back and in the building. Get up or get out the way. Clock in and lock in, guys, because we have a ton of news to talk about in our home arcade space and in home arcade in general, guys. I'm super amped and super excited. Are we talking Neo Geo? Okay, I guess we are. We're talking Neo Geo Unico for the first time, I think, on this show, which is insane. I'm hyped because I got the King of Fighters shirt on, ready to let that one rip. I'm very excited for what they possibly could be coming out. We'll talk about it, get you guys' thoughts, feedbacks, and reactions. Are we talking new titles from Arcade OneUp?
Yeah!
And the positives and negatives to Terminator 2 Deluxe?
Yeah!
Then let's go, baby. Clock in, lock in, get up, get out the way, get hyped. Let's go, baby. But before we start with any of that jazz, any of that craziness, we're going to say hi to each and every one of you in the chat. Have some fun tonight. Grab yourselves a drink. I got an Arnie Palmer chilling and chatting, guys. Starts now, so let's get into this. Let me scroll all the way up. We got a lot of commotion in the chat right now. The BB is talking about 10 hours from now. Vic, are you... Vic, I know I posted this thumbnail yesterday. Check the times, baby. We go live on Tuesday. Guys, if you haven't already, join our Discord. It's in this video's description. If any channel moderator wants to go ahead and slap that into the chat, go ahead and join the conversation. We're having fun. We got a couple new members that popped in. Will I Am just joined us. Will, who's awesome at modding any XL cabinet. He's ridiculous. And we just had Serge Sega join about 30 seconds ago. So let's go give him some love in the chat. Yes, Vic helps me out with my topics all the time. Vic, behind the scenes, absolutely love it. The Be Me, thank you for being here. Dr. Torque, let's go. Another CornerCade crew channel member. Good evening, guys. Watching a little T-Grass. Tomato Grass is throwing it down right before my show. Well, he's still live playing pinball if you want to check him out. Calvin Wong, thank you so much, man, for being here. Another CornerCade crew channel member. And speaking of CornerCade crew, it's going to be a sea of green here, guys, because we got over 200 channel members. That is insane. And Paul Mindeman is one of them. So thank you so much, man, for being here. Always appreciate the discussion. Paul, we're going to be talking a lot of like XL, a little bit of Deluxe, a little bit of Deluxe talk, but get hyped for that because we want to hear your thoughts, feedback, and reactions as well. Thumper Squid, one of my channel moderators, let's go, is always in the building. Jason, not only is Jason the best moderator of the home arcade company, but the best moderator in the karate community as well. A lot of you don't know that he's not just home arcade, guys. He moderates the karate community. So let's go. Jason Little Alien, thank you for being here. Julio Hernandez is in the building. Another one of my mods. The mods are just lighting it up here. We got wrenches and green names all over the place. Absolutely love it. Julio says, as the night falls, Julio's gonna do this again. I love what Julio does. Julio should be writing my intros, you know what I'm saying? Well, only hope will prevail. The hope of many of humanity still seeks is still alive and well. Only one man will rise from the ashes and take the lead. Make no mistake, home arcade is here to stay, and home arcade is back, Julio. We got products going left and right, guys. If you thought home arcade or Arcade OneUp was dead, get out and don't make any more videos because you thought wrong, kid. So wake up. Yes, a little bit of reality to the situation. RIP to Ozzy Osbourne, who did suddenly pass away. I know he was what 74, 75, something like that. Obviously, it's always a tragic thing to hear when somebody passes, especially of his stature. I mean, everybody knows who Ozzy Osbourne is, right? I mean, even if you don't even listen or like rock music or, you know, any metal music, you still know that name. It's synonymous through music and really pop culture and even reality TV, right? So, yeah, RIP to Ozzy Osbourne. You know, I try to have this show be fun, kind of get you away from the world's, you know, happenings, any type of drama or at home or work or anything. Come back to the CornerCade and just hang out and chill with us. But we can definitely talk about that if you guys want to. J-Rod, thank you so much, man, for being here. Let's go. The chat is lighting it up, so let's let it rip, guys. Keep your comments coming in. We got Zero Redux, another channel member of ours. Oh, yeah, the OG intro. AI Eminem, by the way, it's spelled whoa. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Zero Redux. Appreciate it. You guys are ready to roll? Let's fucking go. That's right, baby. Hey, Vic, was that hype enough for you? Was that hype enough for you? Look, we just said arcade. We just said home arcade was back. And we got D-Generation X in the house saying Arcade OneUp is dead. Stop it. Stop with the talk. We're going to see what's happening with that. Israel Gaming's in the building, another CornerCade crew channel member. What's up, crew, and what's up with you? Thank you so much, man, for being here. All right, no, stop that, Beamy. I'm a Cubby. No Brewers up in here. I'm a Cubs fan. I'm from Chicago. The Brewers are at rip. What is this, 12 straight now? Oh, my God. This is crazy. This is crazy. Steve Sale, let's go. Steve Sale is in the house. Thank you so much, man, for stopping by. We got peanut butter and jelly. Can't have a show without a little bit of PB&J. Thank you so much, man, for stopping by. And he, too, is another CornerCade crew channel member. Sir Sega, just slide in. We're just talking about you. Thank you so much for joining the Discord. It's cool, man. We get to chill and chat every Tuesday live. You can ask me anything, right? Ask me anything. We can talk about home arcade, whatever, right? But on the Discord, you get a little bit of Danny from the CornerCade 24/7, 365, anytime, any place, anywhere. And we actually had a lot of cool stuff that came through the pipeline. Some pictures that I want to show you for you Terminator 2 Deluxe fans that are on the fence. It's 61 inches tall. What's going on? There might be a solution for you. There might be a solution. And Mr. I didn't forget about you, man. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's get it. Let's see who else we got. Chris Nooner is in the house, man. Pulled out White Less today. Too horrible play through the crazy train. Oh yes, yeah. I should have. Wish I had a little Ozzy Osbourne I could play, but to get copyright strike. We could listen to a little Ozzy in the background. That'd be cool. On our way to crazy train. Da-na-na. Da-na-na. Oh, we got Mariah in the house. Strawberry or grape jelly. I'm a strawberry fan. I've had grape my whole life. A little kid, I had a peanut butter and jelly every day. I mean, like, who didn't, right? And I think I just got bored of it, and obviously it beat to death. So I switched up to strawberry right now. I know there's raspberry out there, guys. What do you like in the chat? Let us know. Bill's Retro Gaming Show is in the house. Bill, thank you so much, man, for being here. The man of the ports. I got back-to-back port guys right here. Port Data, Jim the Pacers fan, and we got Port Data Bill in the building. You guys watch the ports like it is your job, like Hawks, and we appreciate it for you because you broke that news for us, which is super cool. Yes, Jim, yes. So another perk to being a channel member is you get all the exclusive insides, and sometimes I'll sprinkle those into the Discord. But if you pay that 99 cents a month, you damn right you're gonna get all the behind the scenes and happenings of the CornerCade. And the CornerCade was rocking and rolling on Sunday, guys. If you're not a channel member, go check out what Jim is talking about, because I felt like an arcade owner and operator. We had I want to say 25 people in the house, and I was going, okay, you got to play this machine. No, that works with this. Okay, this is how you set up a gun game. Okay, step back a little bit so the Sinden light guns can work. Oh, you need help troubleshooting. Boom. It was insane. I literally felt like an arcade operator just walking through it. It put a smile on my face because this arcade was popping. And that picture was taken when half the amount of people were in there. There was still people coming in. I wanted to take a quick picture of everybody enjoying themselves. And that's what this hobby is all about. I think we tend to lose sight. We lose sight sometimes. It's all about the retro games. It's all about home arcade, and that's it. There's nothing else. Nothing else matters. It's just enjoying the past and bringing it into the future and teaching your kids. It's just awesome. It's just awesome. Mariah apparently likes both, so you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with either of them, right? You can't go wrong. All right, let me catch up. I don't want to miss or lose anybody here. Okay. Yeah. Oh, Chris Nooner. Mom always snuck fruit snacks into sandwiches. The sandwiches got the fruit snacks in them. I've never heard of that before. I got fruit snacks on the side. I put them in one hand and pop them in one bite kind of thing. It's amazing. Peanut butter and banana and peanut butter and apple. That is, I've done peanut butter and banana. I've done that before, but peanut butter and apple sandwich. I mean, they go good. Never thought to put them on a sandwich before. That's very interesting. I might try that. Daughter loves apples. I'm always cutting apples for her 24/7. I should just get an apple slicer. I think, old school, right? Whatever. Dr. Torque, let's go, dude. Will G.I. Joel ever be able to build a Nintendo cab when Arcade OneUp sends us the midget-sized T2 cabs? Hold on. Hold the phone. He'll have a riser for that. I can guarantee it. But I might calm you down with that talk as we get into that. Okay, and I came prepared, guys. I got slides on the show today. We got slideshows. I came equipped.
Oh, yeah.
That's right, Macho Man. I came prepared today. I was not messing around. This is the Let's Go show, baby. Let's go. And speaking of the Let's Go show, you guys bring it as much as I do, so let's let it rip. NASA Canes fan coming in hot with a $10 super chat before we even started the first topic. NASA Canes fan, thank you so much for supporting the channel. You don't have to do it. We always appreciate it. He says, what up, Danny and crew? Star Wars Tron Knight Rider, let's go. Insane. We're actually going to talk about the first two. We're going to talk about the first two a little bit later in the show. So get hyped, because we're going to talk about those, because there were some things that Arcade1up has promised, and has it been confirmed? And I don't want to give away anything until later. We'll talk about it, guys. I promise you. Jantry G, thank you so much, man, for being here. Guys, we got... the madness is ensuing, and I love you guys. You guys, I love Tuesdays. Let's do this every day. Guys, can we commit to every day? Every day we're going to go live and have some fun, dude. Oh, man. B. Kirby's in the house. Let's go, man. What's going on, dude? Let's go. Can you dig it, sucker? I don't have that line. I tried to get it, but they don't have it on my program. I wanted to play a little Booker T for you guys. I want to play a little Booker T. Hey, anytime. You show prepping for me? Anytime. Help me out, dude. Help me out. Speaking of helping me out, B. Kirby coming in fire style. Let's go, dude. B. Kirby, you've just added the two. It's insane. There's that many members. Almost all of my subscribers are going to be a member at this point. It's insane. B. Kirby, thank you so much for gifting 10 CornerCade crew memberships. We got Hayden Do, Bill's Retro Show, G.I. Joel got one. That's awesome. JR, P-Dubs Arcade Loft, Shinobi Gaming. Dude, 8-bit gaming legend. We got a lot of people that are like, that are familiar faces here. And I got a couple new guys, BR, RD, US Navy. A lot of people. That's awesome. Thank you so much, man. You don't have to do it. You already know. You don't have to do it. B. Kirby's one of my good friends in the home arcade community, always supporting the channel, and I always gratefully appreciate it, my guy. And Hayden Do, let's go. CornerCade crew channel member. Knight Rider is a fun arcade game. I've never played that one. I've never played Pinball Table, yes, but the arcade game, no. Yes, I was looking for that one before the show. They don't have Ric Flair either. Trust me. I was looking for... woo! Trust me, I was looking for that one. I'll try to have some fun here. Where's my media? We got a ton of them. Can I get a yeah? Yeah. That's like a permanent one. That's gonna be in the rotation now. Oh my god. Oh, Chris Neuter. Sorry, man. This is Hype Train. Get up or get out of the way. Are you watching on the TV, or do you got your earbuds in? It's interesting because for me, that wasn't like that loud. So it'd be interesting if you have it on, if you're watching me on like a sound bar. Oh yeah, it's going to blast that stuff. Trust me. And that's suppressed. I suppressed the audio by 50%. So if we take the original file, it would literally blow your windows out. Insane. Yes, G.I. Joel is always on fire. Terry B, thank you so much, man, for being here. Let's go. Let's go, dude. Guys, the hype has just like flown through me and gone to you. This is going to be an awesome show tonight. We caught up with everybody in the chat, guys. Don't stop rocking in the chat. Let me know what is up. I don't know why that wasn't starred. Let's see. Let me give B. Kirby a little. Okay, there we go. Just wanted to star his little memberships there. All right, guys. I came prepared. We're gonna dive into the first topic, guys. We're gonna talk Terminator 2. Okay, now we went through this a couple times already. All right, we did a couple videos. I did an initial video that I was like, holy cow, this is pretty cool, pretty exciting for people that missed out. Gonna get the deluxe form factor. I actually had some concerns, what are they gonna do with this thing? The form factors, they keep changing that, right? Oh, wait. It's Trivia Tuesday. I gotta stop before we get into Terminator. I forgot, guys. It's Trivia Tuesday at the CornerCade. Guys, I'm gonna put up a trivia question. Let's go. First one to get it right wins. Question, what is the only Arcade 1UP that came with stock speaker grill rings as a color? Chat. Do you know that? Do you know the answer to this question? Let me know. That's right, Tuesday trivia at the CornerCade. We're just having a little fun here. Maybe we can bring a trivia question every single Tuesday show. Wouldn't that be funny? Does anybody know this? Pac-Man. Ooh, Pac-Man is not right, the B-Me. No, unless I'm wrong. Unless I'm mistaken. I hope I get that. I hope I know my own trivia question here. Saved by Zero. What is going on, man? Hey, you're better late than never, my guy. Miss Pac-Man, no. Big Blue, no. Fluffy Monster, you're wrong. Prince Video, you're wrong. I really hope I'm right with this one. And I'm going to get Jason Little Alien to verify this for me because he would probably know too. NFL Blitz. Oh, Zero Redux. Got it. Time Crisis. That's right, man. It's Time Crisis. Thought I have a little fun with you guys. For some odd reason, they painted those yellow, and it's right next to me. And I was looking at this. I'm like, why did they do that? They were definitely experimenting with that. Oh, did the Wheel of Fortune have gold? God damn it. I forgot about that one. Did it have the gold rings on there? Chat, can you help me out? On the strip poker cabinet, right? No, Dragon's Lair had the black ones, didn't they? Didn't they have the black ones, Fins, Bassman? I think they did. Did they do the gold? I think they did do the gold ones to the Wheel of Fortune. Damn. Oh, hey, that was good enough. You guys kind of knew. We were half in, half out. Still had a little fun with that. Okay, so let's bring this guy down. Okay, so where we at? We're talking. Do the pinballs count? Nah, I think that because they were Chrome. Nah, just the arcade. Oh, you're right. Is real. Let's go. A little education here. The Atari 50 did have those gold rings. Okay, trivia question is way out the way. I got another one for you. Hey, you're gonna swing and hit as many as you can. Everyone's not gonna be a home run, right? Okay, so there was a couple of them. My bad. Hey, at least you guys got them. You guys picked me up on that one. Okay, so there is, though, I believe there might be another cabinet, but I think there's one cabinet. So you know when Arcade OneUp puts their branding on there, it's the same, right? Like the one is in blue, right? Okay, so what cabinet have they come out with that doesn't have the same Arcade OneUp logo that is on every single other cabinet? There's one cabinet that I've noticed. Can you guys guess it? Yeah, I gotta verify it with my production studio. You know, I come up with good ideas, but I gotta run it through you, Vic. KI Pro had a what is it? The Chrome badging. Close, but that's on the coin doors. There's one cabinet that I've noticed that's completely different every single time, and I don't understand why. Maybe you guys, when we get the answer here, we can maybe figure that out together, because it's always bothered me. Tron, Sir Sega, I don't think so. I think that's, yeah, they had an embossed logo on the Pro one. It was different, I'll give you that, but this one is totally different, okay? And if you guys have this set arcade after we give the answer, I want you to go check it at home and be like, yeah, that is weird. I've noticed that a couple times, and it's the same on all their products. It's for that specific title. That it's not the original logo for some reason. I don't understand why. Can anybody guess that before we kick off tonight's show here? Let me know. I'm going to take a sip of tea, and let's do this. All right. Dig Dug, I like it, but no. James Nelson is in the building, a.k.a. James Hates Everything. Let's go. He says, okay, I had a red and black trim logo. Yes, you are right. So there are two cabinets that had the improper Arcade OneUp official logo. James got it with one of them. It is the KI, the Killer Instinct. There's another one that I actually just built today, and I've noticed this several times, and I've always noticed it, but I never really brought it up on the show, so I wanted to do that. So yeah, we'll see. Do you guys got it? Simpsons, Hayden Do got it. NBA Jam, guys. That is correct. For some reason, it is like a random logo that's all white. Guys, go check all of your NBA Jams at home. It doesn't have the official Arcade OneUp logo. Why is that? Does anybody know? That should be the trivia question. If anybody can help do some research, that would be incredible while we handle this. NASA Canes fan coming in extremely fast and hot with a $4.99 super chat saying, I mentioned Knight Rider because I collect the DVDs and it's been released in 4K ultra high definition. Well, then NASA Canes, I mean, you've already pre-ordered or bought it, right? I mean, it's safe to say that, right? It's safe to say that. Thank you so much, man, for supporting the channel. As always, we really, really do appreciate it, man. We missed you last show. We missed you. You've been gone. You let me know, but it's okay. It's good that you're back live and in the building and having some fun on this Tuesday night with the rest of us, man. Let's go. To answer the question, is it the Joust Legacy? No, I don't think so. I don't think they put the Arcade OneUp logo. They started doing it on the kick plate. Do they have that on there? I don't think they did. But they started putting it on the kick plate. And the only reason we even asked this is because I noticed that they put that on now for Terminator 2 Deluxe. They did that for that. So yeah, try to say that 10 times fast, right? That's the Canes fan. You got me in a tongue twister. You got me in a tongue twister. Wait, so the Simpsons was all yellow trim, right? Too. Oh, that's right. It had the same logo, but was all yellow. Okay, so there's a couple. Okay, so I'm way off of Trivia Tuesdays today. That's okay. It's our first time doing it. We're gonna get through all the kinks and we're gonna move forward and we're gonna verify all the questions with Big Vicious before we ask them. But that is weird. So KI, Simpsons, and NBA Jam. Why is that? Why is it an outlined logo and not their official branded logo? Can anybody answer that? That's weird. Yeah. Vic said, Danny, tonight's chat is out of control. We haven't even started arcade content yet. See, I told you. Vic said if you don't bring it, Vic's gonna go to sleep. So Vic, did I bring it? Let me know. No, Joust is like that too, or is it the same branding? Yeah, I got Vic. You gotta verify this stuff with me. Hey, at least we got a good laugh and we had some fun. That's what it's all about at the end of the day, guys. A little arcade trivia for fun. Let's do this, baby. Okay, guys, I came prepared. Today. We're talking Terminator Deluxe. Okay, there's some pros and some cons. Guys, let me know. We ran a poll. We ran a poll last show, and it showed that over 93% of people are not getting this. Now, why? Let me know why you are getting this, or let me know why you are getting this in the chat. I want to know. That's why we're here. I want to know what your opinions is, guys. And Canes fans guessing here. I would say the license deal. The NBA wouldn't want to be upstaged. So you're thinking like it's because it's got blue in it and like in white, it's too close to their logo. God, that's so weird to me. It's like, dude, you're the NBA. This is Arcade OneUp. Like, you know, you can breathe a little basketball. Arcade OneUp's not passing anytime soon. All right, so I got some pictures here to show you. We're gonna do this. So we came prepared, guys. Look at this. The CornerCade did a little homework. We got positives and we got negatives of the Terminator 2 Deluxe, guys. Oh, let's go, baby. We got a slideshow. It's happening. We're stepping up the game tonight, baby. This is a big show. Steve's Retro Gaming just made it. No, at $5.99 for one game is too much. But yes, to mod it with the retro shooter kind of brings that to the nth degree. And yes, this is a very moddable cabinet that's in that deluxe form factor. You know, it's at 22 inches deep. It's going to fit into your aisles perfectly. And we'll talk about this. We'll kind of hit up on these points a little bit. I'm kind of getting some interest in Terminator 2 again. Maybe it's just because I want a new title in the CornerCade. Who knows? But guys, we got to start out with the positives, okay? Always start out with the positives because that's how we lead through life, all right? So let's do this. First positive, an improved marquee. Now, I've heard a couple people mention that the marquee will still be washed out, and kudos to you guys to watching other content creators and stuff. But guys, listen, I eat, breathe, and sleeve these things, and there's going to be an improved marquee. It's going to be deep black. It's going to be enriched. It's reverse printed acrylic. Arcade OneUp has gotten that right. So I want to set the truth out there to what this will actually be. You know, everybody watches everybody. I want you to look at your Galaga Deluxe cabinet. I want you to look at your Class of 81 cabinet. I want you to look at your Miss Pac-Man Deluxe cabinet. All these deluxe cabinets that have had that black background, that is deep, deep black. Arcade OneUp has changed the game when it comes to marquees. You should not worry about that anymore. So that's one positive thing to take away, that this marquee will actually be improved. And we love supporting third-party companies like Joe Sabos, but you won't have to spend the $40 to $60 to get a brand new marquee, because Arcade OneUp is going to get that right, guys. They're going to get that right. So that is an improvement. That's an upgrade, no matter how you see it. Next one coming in hot is going to be the speaker grill covers, guys. So I know we sometimes when we go to mod, we add these in. Will, you know what I'm talking about? Anybody that mods these cabinets, you guys have seen it in the past that we've always added the speaker grill covers. Hell, I even did that to our broke NBA Jam XL. RIP to that guy. We put the speaker grill covers on. It just adds a little bit more aesthetic pleasing to the cabinet. So we know we're going to get that. It's part of their deluxe package is to improve these things. Okay. It's to improve these things. Next in line, guys, we're going to get a coin door. We're going to get that molded coin door. And yes, this won't be lit up. Anytime Arcade OneUp lights up the coin door, which is very, very rare, they make sure that they put that in their promotional advertising because it's a feature. It's an upgrade, right? So this did not say that, so it's not going to be upgraded at all. Unfortunately, it won't be lit, but it will be a coin door. So for those of you that always wanted a coin door in your Terminator 2, and I know that front kick plate looked plain, you're going to get the Deluxe badge branding coin door, which is a big deal to some people. I mean, it's a big deal to me, helps match with the rest of my arcade cabinets, which is going to be weird coming into the future when we have all these other companies making products. You're going to have different brands on there, different looking coin doors. It's going to be a whole new experience that we're all going to get to enjoy together, guys. Yeah, we're coming in hot with the slideshow. We got a slim form factor. Now, a lot of people may put this in the negative territory, but to me, I think it's a positive. I think it's going to fit in better with your home arcades that are already the deluxe size. So if you're already collecting the deluxe variant of these things, it'll help fit into those aisles that otherwise it would be sticking out of, let's say 4 inches deep, sticking out. It always kind of was a sore thumb. And if you wanted to line up the cabinets nice, you had to bring everything back from the back side to the front side to line up with Terminator 2, and then you just lost 4 inches in your aisle or 2 inches from the wall. So guys that don't really sometimes think about this stuff, that's a big thing to keep your rows in line, keep your aisles intact so nothing's sticking out. And it's more flexibility. You don't have to put it on an end cab or an end cabinet because it's sticking out too much. You can fit it in more with your rows. So believe it or not, that's actually a positive. It is a positive. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit lighter at that point. It's a gun game. You're not going to be slamming on it with sticks and buttons like you're playing Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, right? Let me take a quick intermission here to see what you guys have to say. Julio Hernandez says, I'm not interested in T2 Deluxe, but for not the reason that you think. I don't mind the slim look, like we're saying here, but I still own Terminator version 1, and the size of that cab works for me, so no need to replace. Yeah, if you guys already have this and you don't see value kind of in some of these features, then obviously, for $600, which I believe this is going to come in at $599 for a price point. I think there's going to be too much other products to want to buy and experience that are coming in a Q4 here that you might pass on this one. And it's not a guarantee coming to the Cornercade either. I want to see my options, and I want to see what we have financially and everything like that. I want to see what's out there, what's coming for Q4, what's guaranteed. Believe it or not, guys, Arcade OneUp is sometimes a joke, but they're the only ones that have delivered in this space. Besides At Games, obviously, these other companies that are, talking about making stuff and coming out with stuff, and none of them have done anything. It's Arcade OneUp has delivered, signed, sealed, and delivered. So at least we know that this is actually coming. This isn't a Kickstarter. This isn't something that's new. This is something that's tried and true. And it's we all know that it's coming. We all know that this is not gonna come. And Chris Nooner says he actually has 0.0%. No, actually negative 0.0. Yeah, Bill said, I hope this homework is better than the trivia. I'm glad. Listen, as funny as it is, guys, I'm glad you can laugh. Even if it's at me, with me, doesn't matter. I want you guys to have fun in life and laugh, dude. Life is too damn short. That was actually perfect how that all played out, actually. I'm very happy that everything was a chaotic mess and that we got through it together. That's why I love you guys in the Cornercade, man. Let's go. It's so funny. All right, here we go. Calvin Wong coming in hot. I think companies don't paint the guns black to promote guns. They actually can't do that anymore. So if there was any conversation that, well, why aren't the guns black? You put the orange ring on it. That signifies a toy gun. You literally can't do that. It has to be any other color besides that. So the Arcade OneUp just did the blue and the red. But that's an easy mod to do. A lot of people, several thousands of people have modded their T2s to the nth degree, and that's painting the guns is one of them. Hell, if we got a T2, we would definitely be doing the coin door mod, and I might actually do the mod that Will showed. I think it was in P-Dub's Discord, and I think he put it in my Discord too. I know he emailed me with it, where the front marquee is like black, and I'm like, oh yeah, shit, that's how the actual T2 looks. Like how everything's red. I'll show you guys when we get to the pictures. Sir Sega said, one positive is that you can instantly save hundreds by not buying this. Sir Sega, you have a good point there. Save your money for other things that may or may not be coming. We'll see what happens. Mr. says slim is a negative to me. So yes, a lot of there's to some slim. No, I get it. Artwork, 100%. The artwork's on there, so like to me, it's good enough. it's good enough, right? And to me, there's what's a showpiece to you guys? Something on the end of the aisle. Well, this wouldn't have been on the end of the aisle, really. It's going to be covered up by a cabinet, so who really cares at the end of the day? You're not this to me. Again, you have to look at your home arcade. What's going to be on that end aisle? I have beautiful cabs to display, much like you guys. I mean, we got a beautiful Golden Axe mod that I'd rather put on the end cap. I got a beautiful Children of the Atom with Magneto on the side. I could put as an end piece, right? There's so many more. I mean, even Darkstalkers, awesome mod that we could. There's so many other cabinets I could put besides Arnold Schwarzenegger. But yes, that could be a deterrent because it's slim. It's more slim than like a Dynamo Deluxe, right? So if you had that on the end piece, it would look kind of weird because it'd be so far off the wall. It wouldn't really be pushed up against the wall, but that could be another one as well. Sony 4K, thank you so much, man, for being here. We got to start this show over. Sony, for you? No, we can't do that. We're already too deep. We're too deep, man, but I'm glad you could join us. Let's go. Paul said, oh, hold on a second. I wouldn't have listed Slim as a positive unless you work for Arcade OneUp. So wait, no, this is CornerCade hat I got on. This ain't the Arcade OneUp hat I got on. No. Some people, aisle space is important. That's why a lot of times, guys, when we talk about those 4 players to 2 players, getting as many arcades in your arcade as possible. Again, this could go either way, right? This could go either way. I got it listed as a positive for now, right? Let's go to the next one. No riser, right? We all want that deluxe form factor, right? The no risers. Now, not all of us do, but I know I have all of the deluxes, right? So it would fit perfect in my home arcade, right? Chris said, hey, Paul's right. Nobody wants the slimmies. Nobody wants the slimmies. I like that. It'd be interesting. We won't know for certain until we actually see these next to like another cab. But I will say this. I have a picture that might be able to help you guys after we're done with our little slideshow here. Okay. That's what I got going on. In fact, let me actually do this, and this. Okay, here we go, guys. Okay. So positive, no riser, because we got that slim form factor deluxe. That's going to fit in with the other new product that's coming out. Whether you're getting an XXL, whether you're getting an XL, whether you're getting a new Unico cab, like nobody's doing the risers anymore. It's kind of just like old, like that's old technology. No, we're not using those form factors anymore. So that's a positive. It's nice to see Terminator 2 in a sleek, clean cabinet, right? Sleek, clean cabinet. Let's get another positive. Weighted guns, maybe. Could weighted guns be coming? I don't know. I'm kind of 50-50 on this, that they would actually do that. They improved the guns, believe it or not, from the Big Buck Hunter Gen 1 to the Big Buck Hunter Pro Deluxe, right? They use it different, like a matted plastic. There are some weights in there. It feels better. The gun cocks better. You can just, whoa, I know. The gun cocks better, but it just feels better all around. And I've held both of those guns. So maybe they could do the same for Terminator 2. Now, from the renders, it doesn't look like they're going to be using like a matted plastic, but they could add some weights in there. I mean, guys, look at your Time Crisis cabinet. They had a little weight in there, right? There was a little improvement on the guns. It felt a little bit better than a cheap plasticky gun. So maybe they do make that next step to a weighted gun, or just a little bit better. Even if it's just a little bit better quality gun, that would go a long way, I think. So Dudes Arcade, thank you so much, man, for being here. I got my Gen 1 for $275 and immediately put a PC gun for IR and a 20-inch monitor. Plays every light game gun out there. The artwork on the riser is pretty cool, but not wobbly like my other deluxe cabs. So for some people, they do still like those risers. For me, I know the riser did keep it more stable, but I love the look at the deluxe. If you push these cabs together, like we've always done, they kind of support each other when you do that. So I don't really feel a lot of rocking and rolling when I'm playing. Again, this is just from my experience. I can't say that for any of you guys at all. Bill's Retro Gaming Show says, yeah, the retro shooter mod is good. Or you can soft mod it with a mystery encoder soft mod. That soft mod, I was giving mystery encoder a little bit of shit, and then in the Discord, I was like, if I get this thing, I don't want to do that because it was bricking and stuff like that. But yes, I would love to like have a soft mod done to it where I could still play the Terminator 2 game, but then have other games I could play, like House of Dead 2 or whatever, right? There's so many games that are out there that are shooters, Jurassic Park shooter, really, really cool stuff, which expands the horizon, man. It expands the horizon. Be me, it will look like something very small. Yes, it looks like something very small. That's the hard part of all this, right? It's really you're get like all these variants now where it's Pinball Junkies. Thank you so much, man, for being here. What's going on, dude? Thank you for stopping by. So yeah, you're gonna get a lot of different, but that's how it was in an arcade, right? You had different form factors, different shapes, different sizes. So Guys, what do you think of the slideshow that I bought? Can I get a little love in the chat for doing some homework here? I feel like this is legit. I'm like on a real show now. 2 words, suck it. Slimmies are taking a step back, in my opinion. You're not wrong. I mean, I think they got it good with the yeah, I really wish like they stuck with that like deluxe form factor. Like, I'm not a slim guy, right? I know I got the NBA Jam SlimCade. I understand that. I'm not a slim guy. I would prefer their deluxe. You know, you had 22 inches deep, you know, in the body style. I think the Dynamo Deluxe that they did was probably their best form factor to date. So yeah. Yes, I have, Vic. I have seen the Terminator 2 recessed monitor mod. It looks really cool. That cabinet is probably one of the most moddable cabinets when it comes to adding a topper, doing the speaker grills, changing out the marquee artwork, adding the midway graphic, adding the trim tape that goes over the sides. If you guys actually look at the cabinet, there's trim that goes over the sides, right? It's incredible. Adding the black trim that goes over and below the marquee, the recessed monitor, the modding with PCs, gun for IR, you name it, soft modding it, the guns itself, adding weight, painting them, the cord covers. Literally, this is the most moddable cabinet I think Arcade OneUp's ever put out. It's insane. And then you go down to the coin door. You can put a coin door on there. It's insane. It's insane. PowerPoint Danny, thank you so much, man. Let's go. A little love in the chat. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Let's see here. Danny, stop lying. Or stop trying to justify the Slimmies are a huge step. Yeah, they are. The SlimCades aren't for anybody. Nobody asked for that. Nobody wants that. The only reason I'll say that, like, I have the NBA Jams because it's 2-player, right? Our you know, XL NBA Jam took a crap on us. We ended up selling it, so at least we got something out of it, right? But it just, I'm not a master at doing the monitor swap. It was working and then it stopped. I don't understand it. I'll never understand it. It was working for a month and then just randomly stopped. But yeah, the SlimCades, nobody's asking for that. I think the deluxe form factor where you're 22 inches deep, I think that's where you want to be, right? I think that's where you want to be. All right. We got some negatives, guys. We got some negatives. But before I do that, I'm going to get rid of some of this stuff. Okay, there we go. First negative. 61 inches high, right? I think we all were kind of stunned. You guys watched my video, right? I think we were all kind of stunned that like, whoa, wait, this thing isn't the traditional 65 inches high, 65 and a half. So that was kind of alarming that they did that, because I feel like they could have got in the same box if they did the 63 and a half, which came with the Dynamo. At least try to get it as close as you possibly can with the height, right? The height, right? Right, chat? Are you still with me? Are you with me? Chat? Can I get a yeah? Yeah! There we go, baby. Let's go. Okay, where are we at here? Yeah, it's way too short. Hold on a second. Sony, I got something that might change your mind, though. And I want you guys to look at it, okay? I got a render when we're there. Okay, let's see here. Let me actually add that to the back end. So oh wait, if I do that though, it might show it. Okay, let's not do that. Let's do this. Let's go to the next one, guys. The next negative. One game, right? One game. Like that's a negative, right? If you look around your home arcade, you look at all your Arcade OneUps, you look at all your multi-cades, you look at your games, anything really, they have more than one game on there. This is Terminator 2, so you gotta be a big, huge fan or have a lot of retro nostalgia for this one. I think this one just looks badass. Right now, I'm not saying that I'm going to play this over, Time Crisis. Time Crisis has a ton of value. First of all, the game is better, in my opinion. That's one of my favorite shooters. Then you got other games on there. Steel Gunner 1 and 2. You got Point Blank. I mean, Point Blank is just hours of endless fun, dude. The multi-games. And then the Big Buck Hunter Pro Deluxe, that even has a ton of replay value with all the multi mini games instead of actually playing the 2 games that are in there. So, and yes, I said 2 because there's only 2 games included in there. So I don't know why they're getting this 4. They just divided it like the Fast and the Furious, right? So those cabinets have a ton of replay value. It would have been really cool to see like some mini games in the Terminator 2, but the Terminator 2 is just a Terminator 2. So you got to really have retro nostalgia for that. You got to have played that when you were a kid, saw it at the movie theaters, always wanted to coin up. I mean, just the marquee, the attract mode itself is really cool, but is it worth $600? Is it worth that to you? Which I'm still thinking that's going to be the price. There's no way they're charging $700 for this thing. Those days that's crazy. Mr. Murph Dog is in the building. Let's go, baby. Get hyped. Let's go. Actually, I have
go!
That might have been too loud for some people. I know some of them are too. Actually, I should have played this for him.
Say his name and he appears.
That's right. Say Mr. Murph Dog's name and he's here. All right, let's keep going here. So, replay value, right? You look at this and replay value. Is there a lot of replay value with the one game? Yes, you're getting what? You're getting the movie, the bonus footage. I mean, you're only going to watch that one time, right? You're not going to watch that 100 times. But yeah, so the replay value, I mean, once you beat it, do you really go back every so often? So I think the one game ties in to the replay value, right? I think they go hand in hand. So guys, what do you think? I mean, there are, I feel, more positive than negatives, at least, or it's kind of even, you know, we did, like I said, we did a poll the last show, and there was overwhelming 93% were not getting this. Now 7% were. Some people do want this, guys. Let me know in the chat while we fire up this picture here. Let me know, guys, if you want it, hit a 1 and why. If you don't want it, hit a 0 and why. Give me a little dash and an explanation, because I want to see what the community really has to say about this cabinet. And again, this is going to piggyback into our next discussion, talking about Arcade OneUp confirmed titles, new titles. Let's go. And Bill is on board with me at $5.99. We think that's what that's going to be for sure. So, all right, let's do this. So let's take this off. Let me clear a little bit of room here because we're going to add this picture. Let's do this guy right here. Let's go. Let's see where we got this guy at. Okay, so this was the first image. Now, I know P-Dubs talked about this, and shout outs to Will H. I think it's Godspeed or something. It was his name on Discord. This is on the right side is Will's modded cabinet. Right now on the left side is the new Terminator 2 Deluxe. See that Arcade OneUp branding on the kick plate there? See, they're doing that thing now, right? Now Will's is incredible. He actually pressed the coin door button and it actually coins up for player 1 and 2. That's insane. So now this one he has plus 7 inches. So I want to clarify this just real quick. I told him, hey, give me a render of this from the actual stock size. As you see here, he's got a G.I. Joe integrated riser, but he made it even taller than the stock. I think his came out to like, I don't know, 69 inches tall or something like that. So 68, I don't know. But the original one came in at 65 inches. So this is what it would be displayed, 65 inches. Now the one on the left is the new Terminator 2 Deluxe at 61 inches. So I want you to see the screen difference, okay? But now hear me out. Hear me out real quick, okay? This is what this looks like compared to the stock. But we go over here and I compare it to a cabinet. Let's put me up here, okay? If I compare it to a cabinet that is more like its size, 63 inches high, right? You see the difference. Guys, this kind of changed my mind on thinking right here. I want you to go up. Take me with you. If you're watching me on a phone, if you're watching me in the arcade, I'm on the TV, don't worry about it. Go over. If you have a Street Fighter Deluxe cabinet, I want you to hold your hands like you're shooting the little guns, okay? If you go over there, go to the screen and see if that's a bad height for me, okay? Now raise that by 2 inches. It looks like that screen is like 2 inches taller. So go ahead and raise your hand just a little bit higher. That's a pretty good shooting angle. So if we had concerns about this being a bad shooting angle, well, from the renders, guys, and thank you, Will H, for doing this, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good, right? It looks pretty good. Yeah, Dude's Arcade, the Gen 1 was 65, but Will modded it. He made it even taller to like 68 inches. He wanted it even taller than that. So, but yes, this one's 4 inches shorter than the original. So go over and go check it out. Let me know, right? Let me know if you do it. And like, hey, Danny, that's actually not that bad. And I did the same thing this morning, right? I did the same thing this morning. And I'm like, you know what? It's not that bad, actually. It's just going to look weird to us because we're used to Terminator 2 and the rest of the shooter cabinets to be big behemoths. I mean, Time Crisis came in at, what, 72 inches high? Is that right? And, you know, Buck Hunter, 68 inches, you know? And so we're looking at these and we're like, well, shooter cabinets are just supposed to be like XLs, but thinner, right? There's big Bertha cabinets. But for this one, this is different. This is what we're kind of used to now. Yeah, I know they had the Buck Hunter that was like literally short as all hell back in the day. But these are the new ones that we're used to, accustomed of playing. So it's very interesting. It's interesting to see where that control panel with the guns line up. It's interesting of all this stuff, right? It's very, very interesting that your hand won't get cut off. It looks like it's on the same pace as the control panel for that. So if you had them next to each other, that one player isn't going to be rubbing up against the other control deck. Vic says, Danny, you are already advised, so please stop justifying this. No, I'm trying to educate you guys. All right, so Dudes Arcade said it's still taller than my Outrun with a 4-inch added riser. There you go. There you go. Senor said my original T2 is a riser on a riser, so the new one does not work for me. Did anybody... Okay, so we got some zeros here. Beamy 0. Not enough. Like she said, the inches matter, so it's just not tall enough. Now, I know Beamy is a really tall guy. I met him in person, so I could understand that. He would need that. The good thing about this is I will say this. Guys, if the height is all that matters, you can easily get an inline G.I. Joe riser that would solve all this. I mean, if he adds in a plus 4 inches, plus 7 inches, you know, but you still got that nice depth where it's not going to be protruding into your aisles. You know, so could be a big win here. If all it was the height, for you guys that missed out on T2, G.I. Joel has your back on that for sure. And like Sir Snake is saying, the size kind of killed it. You might be able to fix that. You might be able to fix that with a G.I. Joel. Vic Vicious says 0. Slimmies are a huge downgrade. We all want Deluxe XL moving forward. I couldn't agree with you more, Vic. I mean, I'm on the port. I told you guys, we gutted half our arcade for the XL release and the Floodstorm that was going to take place, and we're still waiting for it. And that's something I'm going to be really excited about. Unfortunately, all I have is one XL right now, but you know, at least I got my hands on one from the past. You know, still looking for that Killer Instinct Pro. That's going to be like my white whale. It's going to be the CornerCade's white whale. J-Rod says 0, going with another idea. So he's got something else planned up his sleeves. Let's go, man. All right, let's see. Jason, I have to come here and chew bubble gum because I'm all out of bubble gum. What are you talking about? Jason. Okay. All right. Bill's doing a little investigation. I told you to leave. Take me with you on your phone if you're watching on your phone. Bill said, I just checked. My MK2 Deluxe is around 61 inches high. That might be a better comparison if people have that, might check the height. Yes. So I would assume that the screen would be the same. I kept bothering Will, by the way. I'm like, okay, can you do this cab? Can you do this cab? Can you do this cab? Right. But I wanted him to do something, you know, because I was putting it right next to there, and I wanted to see, okay, how's the screen, right? Because the screen to me on the Dynamo is pretty good. You know, there's no bad viewing angles. I can see everything. It's probably their best done Deluxe cabinet. So yeah, I wanted to kind of take a look and see, okay, how bad would this be? So if you guys got a Street Fighter Deluxe, go over there, pretend like you're shooting, and let me know. Yeah, that's actually not that bad, and it's not. And so, again, we won't know, and you can clearly see that liquid black marquee there. We won't know where this is going to be or the viewing angles until we start seeing reviews, until people had this in their house. But I wanted to at least kind of instill some confidence in the buyer that you guys were, you know, looking at, okay, this, that, or the other. Is this for me? You know, oh my God, woe is me. I wanted to get this, but now it's so short, you know, so that's what we wanted to take a look at the end of the day. So that's the T2 discussion. I think that we buried, I think we've kind of beat a dead horse with the discussion on that, but I wanted to kind of wrap things up to kind of let you guys know, you know, everybody talks about this. So, hey, look, it's not the end of the world. 61 inches, yeah, it's short. You know, you look at, you know, I got Mortal Kombat right here. It does look short, but it, you know, it might actually work. Might actually look. And Julio Hernandez says, looks pretty good to me. So there you go. So might work, you know, might work. Who knows? Yes, but we're accustomed to seeing those a lot bigger, which Arcade OneUp, you got to do that. You got to do that going forward. You got to make them like the original size. You really shrank that thing down. Holy moly. But yeah, well, okay. So we got that out of the way. Discussion, T2 discussion. Now, beautiful. Right into this one. I love it. Can I get a yeah, chat?
Yeah!
Let's go, baby. James says, where are these new titles, or did you clickbait us again? Now, again, I don't know how many times. Have I ever clickbaited? You guys? Let me know. Chat, let me know. Let me know if I've ever clickbaited you. I don't think I've ever done that. I should do that. That would be, might help the view count, right? Might help the view count.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go, baby. Okay, so where are we at here? So Arcade OneUp promised us what? James, you covered this. You and I covered this, right? Keo Daikin went down to an event, right? It was IGN Live, right? Okay, so let's get this all out the way. Now, there's a guy down there. I don't know his name. Looks brand new. I cover home arcade, right? But I don't know who works at what companies, right? This guy looked like a new guy to me, right? Now, when he said, Keo Daikin, we got new titles coming. It's confirmed. We're going to have new titles coming for 2026, so you better hold on to your butts, all right? He said that, right? Now, does Arcade OneUp really know Arcade OneUp's past products? Or do they think at the end of the day, Terminator 2's coming, that's a new product, that's a new IP? We don't have that, because on their website, it shows nothing. They don't have it. They have a claw machine that they just recently put back up, a photo booth, a couple Infinity game boards, a Mortal Kombat, Golden Tee, NBA Jam. That's pretty much it. A Pac-Man here and there, right? That's pretty much it. That's what we sell. Terminator 2 is new to us, dude. And so what do you guys think in the chat? Do you guys think Arcade OneUp really knows Arcade OneUp and what's going on? Or did these new confirmed titles, and something that Michael B touched on yesterday, and we talked about because we had renders as well. We had the renders of the Blitz Deluxe, right? Do you guys remember that? Michael B brought up a great point. He said something you got to watch out for is the infrastructure already being there as far as online support, yada, yada, you name it. So we talked about to death, hey, where's our Ridge Racer Deluxe, right? Like, there'd people be in the chat. Let me know what Deluxe re-releases you want to see. But does Arcade OneUp think the new titles are going to be Tron Deluxe, Ridge Racer Deluxe, Blitz Deluxe, and Terminator Deluxe? Do they really believe these new employees think, yeah, that's new, we don't have any of that stuff, that's new titles? Or do you actually think, guys, that Arcade OneUp dug deep in the trousers and they're pulling out some new titles that are actually going to be coming to the space? Or do you think it's just going to be the rehashes? It's going to be the rehash in deluxe form factor, something like, again, like Ridge Racer, Blitz, Tron is a good one that I'm kind of thinking of. What do you guys think, right? What do you guys think? Is that confirmed in the chat? What do you guys think? Like, at the end of the day, I don't know. I think they don't know, and I think personally that these new rehash deluxe releases, to their mind, thinking that this is going to be new deluxes coming forward. Big Fisher says, I'm working overtime hours for the remainder of 2025 to get ready for the 2026 Arcade Tsunami that's going to hit our wallets hard. Yeah, Vic, you got like all your cabinets destroyed from modding. He's literally modding like 23 cabs at once right now. It's ridiculous. Bill said, pretty sure Arcade OneUp knows they sold T2 before. This one's going to be used the same guts as the old one. Yes, but new guy being there, maybe doesn't know the past products. You know, these guys, I don't know if they get a history of Arcade OneUp products when they get the job. But most of these guys seem, guys and gals seem pretty clueless when it comes to arcade gaming. I mean, we've seen that in their marketing department. I mean, they're filming people that are literally playing the menu game in the game, right? It's been pretty rough with some of their things that have been coming out. So I kind of wondered, I'm like, do they even know what's going on over there? Which sometimes you got to bear the question of maybe not. I don't know. Boofman is in the building saying the re-releases of T2 made me realize that better one-ups were made years ago. I finally purchased Time Crisis, and it is likely never to be made on that same level as inventory seems low. Yes, you are correct, my friend. They kind of slim things down a little bit, kind of saving on, I would assume, packaging, right? Saving on some packaging. The weight to ship things are more. The tariffs that are coming in, who knows? Things could be more money, cost more to you. So they're trying to save that. I don't know, right? They're trying to take the hit on that. I don't know. Yes, we would all love that, but that's never going to happen. As the James thinks everything's in the chat. He knows the Arcade OneUp lawsuit with Atari. That's part of the reason why Basic Fun is in the building, doing their Centipede XL because of Arcade OneUp's mishaps. I mean, that's well publicized. So Kristen says, have we had a Slim Pac-Man yet? That's got to be around the corner. One would think that would have been made for the 45th anniversary at some point here coming soon. Maybe not. We don't know. We kind of touched on in a past video that there was an article that was leaked that, Arcade OneUp is confirmed to be making 45th anniversary Pac-Man cats. Now, technically, we got the Peasant-Cade and all that, and that the $2.99 slim version of Pac-Man, Mortal Kombat, and Miss Pac-Man for the $2.99. So I guess technically that's one. Two Words says, if Arcade OneUp did a solid Turtles, people would be happy with that and wouldn't have to go into the crate for something new. They can't do a lot. I don't think they have Konami anymore as far as a licensor. There's a lot of licensors that they don't have anymore. If I was Arcade One Up, I would be beating the Midway uh, horse dead. I mean, coming out with everything: Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, Deluxe, Bubbles Deluxe. I mean, how gorgeous would that be? That would look really cool, actually. Joust Deluxe. I'd be just beating the horse of Midway. Is Tron Midway? Is that Disney Midway? A Tron Deluxe, if you throw that in there, anything Midway, you know, like they're doing now, Terminator 2 Deluxe. Like, I would just be doing anything I possibly can to see if something catches fire, right? Because you got to sell something, or you're gonna go out of business. And NASA's not too far off. Arcade One Up lost the game when John D left. A lot of people left. They cut a lot of costs because Arcade One Up was really foolish with money, and I don't know if they continue to be foolish, but they spent a lot of dumb marketing money on dumb things. Like, you do realize, like, a YouTube channel, right, can reach like thousands, if not millions of people. Why would you rent out an entire floor, like in Miami Dolphin Stadium, to showcase Arcade One Up products? I mean, that's gotta cost tens of $1,000,000 a year. It's just like stupid things like that that just like really sank them. They were not good with money, and it's really coming to bite them in the butt going forward. Yeah, and MK4 Deluxe, like 100%, like, right? Like, and I'm just trying to think of things that it's not going to cost them anything to market. They can still use that PCB. You just put the Bubbles game first and you reskin it Bubbles, right? I think a lot of people would buy that. And I would buy that. Why the hell not, right? So B Kirby says they know what they've got out in the past. I think the guy was just talking. That's what I think too. I think he was just he was just saying stuff, right? He was confirming things that maybe were already going to come, but we've already seen. You know, that guy doesn't know Keo Daikin or any of us are like, you know, we eat, sleep, and breathe these things, right? Bill's Retro Gaming Show says Arcade One Up thought the process on arcades reminds me a lot of the bar in the Blues Bros. What kind of music do you play here? We play both kinds, country and western. That's actually kind of funny. That's a good analogy, Bill. I ain't gonna lie. That's a really good analogy. I like that. This is that MK4 would be so sweet. I had a full-size one. A fully size, I like that, a fully sized one of those years ago, and love to bring a smaller version back to the home arcade. Yeah, that would be very nice, actually. And with the recent release of, you know, Mortal Kombat, you know, collection, one would think that an arcade company somewhere in the making here, since we got like 15 of them now, a home arcade company would come out with this, right? This is kind of like a no-brainer. They started doing that with the Capcom collections, right? We started seeing, like, you know, Marvel's Capcom 2, X-Men Street Fighter, X-Men Coda. Like, we started seeing all this stuff in them, and now we see it now on the collection. So it's like cool. It's like, dude, there should be like a plasma sword cabinet or a Power Stone cabinet. Like, that'd be cool. Like, why not? It's already out. Like, let it be. You know, these games were from like 30, 40 years ago. We should be able to do all this cool and exciting stuff. I don't know. That's what I think, right? That's what I think. Oh, let's see. Mariah really wants an MK4 Ultimate skin. Yes, that would look gorgeous, especially that they got their marquees correct finally. That deep, gorgeous looking purple would be awesome. That's good looking, and we're going to hit it with one of these guys because this is even better looking. Let's go, baby. NASA Canes again after again, dude. You're a huge supporter of the channel, and I'm blown away, guys. I'm blown away. Chat, you're already gonna know. Can I ask you? Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
Let's go, dude. NASA Canes fan with a huge $10 banger super chat coming in hot says Tron is Disney and Atari, I believe. Star Wars is Disney and Atari. Yeah, okay. So let's see here. So Star Wars is definitely Disney and Atari. Tron, I think. Is Tron Disney and Midway? I thought Tron was Disney and Midway. Can anybody confirm that in the chat? Can anybody confirm that? Ooh, okay. Well, Jason, you're already on it. Thank you. NASA Kings fan, thank you. Appreciate it so much. If you guys love me, I love you. You'll sit through another one of these because that was a banging super chat. That's Gaines, man. That was a double bubble for you, man. For this, unbelievable. But we got a corrected answer on that from Jason Little Alien. Says Midway Disney. That's what I thought. So, guys, we literally could see a Tron Deluxe I mean, it would be shorter, which would be more arcade accurate, right? Because it wasn't that like tall in the arcades, right? Am I right, chat? Wrong? Yeah. So Midway Disney for Tron. Okay, so is that possible then? That's possible. I know Vic every day. Vic is waiting. Vic is waiting just as much as I am. Every day he is waiting. Like every day, guys, is a step closer. We're another week closer to all of this crazy madness that's gonna come out, right? Basic or iconic, since we know Unico will show up with a prototype. We'll talk about that in just a second. Yeah, 2 words gonna know. Stone Cold usually yells, "What?" What? I guess I could get that for next show. Okay, so Vic said Google, Disney Midway. Google just confirmed it. Okay, cool. Not yet. I'm thinking August is going to be a busy month for everyone that covers home arcade. Just my prediction. That something busy is going to happen in August. I think that's where a lot of news is going to break weekly, daily, if anything. Because they got to start getting us hyped for the potential rollout. We're not talking about November rollout, guys. That's way too late in the game. This product is coming, as you saw, and all the products come September, October. Terminator 2, like I'm referring to, is coming out at the end of September. So I think it's 26th, 27th. So these products got to get announced. You got to get hyped on them, right? And I believe Arcade OneUp was probably going to get on that, but they're a little lagging, so the port data got leaked, and they were probably going to come out with that, and probably August is what they were probably going to put on their website and stuff like that, right? Boofman says the weight of the new T2 around 62 pounds. The original one is like 80, I think. I think the original was... Maybe you're right. Was it 70? Somebody could look that up. That's an easy one. Time Crisis is almost 100 pounds. There's no way Time Crisis is 100 pounds. Get out of here. Can we get this verified right now? I can literally rock Time Crisis. The lighter the weight is concerned. It is a concern, but to a point, right? It's a concern to a point. I know Arcade OneUp's trying to save on shipping, so they don't have to jack up the prices for us. I get it. They're trying to maximize profits, right? Any business is, especially a business that's hurting for profits, is going to try to maximize profits, right? But the lightness of the cab won't be that bad. You're pushing them together. It's a shooting game. So again, you're not rocking it by sticks and buttons. At least that's what I'm thinking. All right, let's go here. Vic, yes. Vic says, I'm already researching content for your August show. Thank you, Vic. Dive deep in the weeds for me. Dive deep in the weeds. Paul says it's honestly not as much the weight, it's the footprint is what's going to be the biggest thing. And I think even if they did a couple inches taller, I think a lot of us could have let that 18 inches depth and width kind of go. But yeah, it's definitely a smaller size for sure. Okay, guys, so we got some other news that we can kind of move forward. Guys, if you have any questions throughout the show, just because we change topics doesn't mean I don't have to answer your question. We meet like once a week. Well, in reality, I go live a lot, so we meet more than once a week. But you can still ask me questions about Terminator, anything off topic, guys. It's okay. It's okay. Where are we at here? We got some news coming in hot. Let me try to find this guy right here. Let me go a little bit bigger. Well, this is like inside me. Let's do this a little bit. Let's back up the bus a little bit here, okay? Guys, we're talking Unico, right? We're talking Unico. What are we talking? We're talking Unico Neo Geo. Beautiful. Thank you, soundboard. Okay, we got the SNK, right? So Unico has come out with some information. Well, kind of. 19K Fox touched on this. Michael B covered it. And can you imagine, guys? I just want you to stop and think real quick. Now, 3 products are rumored here. Paul, at least exactly. Yes. Paul, if you aren't hyped for this, I want you to sell the 5 arcades you got and that Time Crisis hang on the wall and get out of this hobby, right? This thing is literally, Paul, what you have been begging for, guys. Okay, so we got some information here, and I want to clarify that these guys apparently are going to be with this prototype at IAPA in November. I know, Vic, you touched up on that. A couple people in the chat touched up on that. And I got a contact over at Bandai Namco that hopefully will be at IAPA. And you damn right he's going to be sending me pictures, video, and all the inside information on what Unico is going to be doing. So I love to cover that if he can go. Fingers crossed, guys, in the chat. Hopefully he can get there. and the company can send them right now. Okay, I digress. IAPA, this is going to be exciting. November, this is down the road. That means it's probably going to happen in 2026, right? I don't think this is going to be in time for Christmas, but I could be wrong, right? This is a prototype, right? We're talking wide. These things are big, 68 inches tall. There's rumored to be 3 prototypes. Now, Michael B touched on this, saying that there was a Big Blue, a Dynamo, and then this guy right here. I mean, this is where it's at right here. This is the MVSX SNK Neo Geo, right? This is what we would want. Like, I can get that other stuff elsewhere, but this is like the meat and potatoes. In chat, let me know if you guys know anything about this stuff, because this is cool and exciting stuff. Yes, we're talking Unico on the Let's Go show, the CornerCade show. So, interesting. 3 feet wide. I mean, this thing's going to be Big Bertha. 26-inch monitor. Holy cow. I've played on a 26-inch monitor before, and I was always wondering, are these too big, right? Glenn's FU Build-A-Cade is coming out with a 26-inch monitor, so this might be kind of like the trend, right? 19, 26-inch. These things are getting big and bad, guys. This is not the Slim Cade days. It's very interesting because it seems like Arcade OneUp is targeting one side of the fence, and everybody else is targeting the other side of the fence. Now we're talking about HAP competition controls. This smells, right? Do you smell something in the air? We're talking HAP controls. Okay, who said that this year, right? That everybody got hyped for. We're talking big XXL size. Who else said that we got hyped for? Who's talking Big Blue and Dynamo that we got? Literally, this has got John D's footprint all over it. And it was mentioned that John D is working with Unico. Now, I don't know how confirmed that is, right? I don't know how confirmed that is, but if he can help get them licensing, I mean, this is a double bubble banger. This is a must win. This is insane. And the goosebumps are going crazy. I did not want to sell my MVSX, okay? I didn't want to sell it. The pinball was coming in, so I had to make a decision, right? We sold that to help get to the pinball, right? But the form factor was always wrong. That cabinet was made as a bar top cabinet first, right? Just a bar top stand. You slap it on a counter, you have some fun, right? Then, Unico said, oh, well, let's put a riser to it, make it 3/4 scale, right? No brainer, right? So they did that, but this wasn't engineered or designed to be like a 3/4 scale. So there was always control panel problems, whether it's the height, the depth, your knees always hit the cab when you were sitting and playing, or whatever the case may be. Then they said, okay, let's do a riser to it because it's too short. We need to make it bigger. But all this wasn't developed together. It was developed separately. So you got this funky form factor, right? So now with this could solve all of those problems. Can you imagine a cabinet with 50 games on it? Oh my God. Just clone copy it over. Can you imagine adding something cool here? Oh my God. This could really be insane with a 26-inch screen. Guys, that candy cab that Unico came out with was pretty cool. It was priced a lot. Where it was like, I don't know. It'd be outside the arcade because it's a candy cab. Put it on the corner, have some fun with it. Put a couple of stools on there. But that was like bring your own game, right? And I was like, well, it doesn't come with anything. It's really expensive. If Unico is going to make a Big Bertha like this, and they're going to have a 26-inch monitor, guys, this is exciting. But could this be over $1,000? That's what kind of concerns me a little bit. The price on this, ugh. So I don't know. Chat, what do you think? I'm going to lean on you guys to see what your opinions are. Do you think this could be priced over $1,000? Do you think you're all in regardless? If this thing didn't have licensing in it, would you still get it with your bring your own games? The form factor is cool. Can you imagine them doing that? Now, I heard some conversation with like a Z-back style. I just don't know how much that would like carve into the body, if it would still support itself with these things being, light and whatnot. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about this because this is pretty cool. I'll bring this down for just right now. Let's see. Paul says, yeah, I'm all over this. That's what they said. They're talking about. These things are huge, much larger than an XL, and I'm not thrilled about that. So does not like. So XL is your sweet and your sweet spot, right? If anything's more or less, you're out, right? Is that what I'm hearing? Vic Fisher says, I'm already working with Joe Sables about a sweet custom big red marquee. You're hilarious, dude. Well, you got it, right? He's gonna take forever to get that. So you gotta start now. You gotta go talk to Unico and get the measurements so we can get that rolling. Paul says 26-inch is too big, 19-inch, not only arcade accurate, but it fits the home better. Now 26-inch is arcade accurate. I mean, there was 26-inch. I was playing a Dynamo Street Fighter Champion Edition at the Arcade when we just went there, and it was 26 inches, and it was big. And I was wondering, I was like, is this too big? You know, I was playing, because you're close. You're playing it close. Like, this thing's huge, and you kind of just have to get used to it. Your eyes adjust. But then I went back to the X-Men vs. Street Fighter. That was a 19-inch. I'm like, this is good. You know, I got a 19-inch there. I'm like, this is fine. This is good. This is a comfortable spot. You know, I'd almost prefer that because of the price difference. I don't need a 26-inch. You know, you don't need that. If it was given to us, okay, but don't increase the price rate. Okay, I guess I'll take it. But to Paul's point, like a 26-inch, you don't really need that. I think they're putting that in here because it's so wide. It's a big Bertha, right? Now, be me saying you can never go too big. This would be right up your alley, my guy, right up your alley. Sir Sega says 3 feet wide is ridiculous. So it's going to be like that at games, I would assume, right? That's going to be huge. It's exciting, though. I want to see a prototype. I'm still excited about it. I'd like to see prototypes on all these things. This is going to be really cool. Paul says it's a bizarre how the market is screaming XL, and then they deliver either something too small or too big. Like, just get it right? Like, just get it. I think John D's going to get that right. I think Basic Fun's going to get that right. And whatever Arcade OneUp decides to reproduce, if they still want to produce an XL every year, right? That's very slim pickings, and it's going to be something that's been like beat to death, right? But yeah, to Paul's credit, like I was really excited about the Unico news, still excited about it. But I want to see what this looks like, much like compared to the T2 Deluxe to the other home arcade products. I want to see how this is going to fit in your home arcade. Is this going to be too big, right? Is this going to be too big where it's like, I'm kind of out. It's too big. You know, it's just ridiculous, you know? But this will fit really good in a basement. You know, really good in a basement. I just don't know if it's going to fit in people's homes or bedrooms or anything like that. B. Kirby says, no offense towards Glenn, but this Neo Geo is 100 times better looking and it'll sell just as more than just 300 cabs. I don't know. I don't know what, hold on. I don't know what Glenn's goals are. I don't know what Unico is going to be delivering. To Glenn's point, you can just download the game and play it. You know, so you have like infinite amount of games, right? To Unico, what are they going to get for licensing? Are they going to get licensing? You know, that's going to be a big thing too. It's going to be another bring your own game. If it's that, I'm kind of out. I'll tell you that right now. I'm kind of out. You know, you got to have the games in there, right? You got to have the games. In my opinion, I don't want to bring my own PCB, my own Pi, my own real arcade JAMA board. I don't want to bring all that. I want you to just provide me with the games because I'm spending a lot of money on this cabinet, right? Even at that comfortable sweet spot of $699. That's the other thing too. Like, you know, this jump is getting more. And the $499 was very comfortable. You know, we took advantage of the NBA Jam Arcade OneUp sale. And that cab was like nothing because of the sale. And we sold a couple things, right? But you know, for you to start making these purchases, $500 is a lot on just an arcade cabinet, right? Now we're talking $699, you know, $700, right? Now we could be talking upwards to $1,000, past $1,000. I mean, Glenn has already touched on that. You know, Wonderland Amusements Pinball is going to be like $1,000, right? So these products are not cheap, dude. Like, they're fun and I want to be able to enjoy them, but the price is just like doubled for everything. And it's like, you know, like, what can you really afford to bring in your home arcade? There's going to be a lot of cool stuff. And I wish these products were XL at $499. I know it's probably impossible to do, right? But I think that would be awesome. You know, I think we could get the right product for a really good price. And I think that would make home arcade just phenomenal, right? This is the standard size of a doorway. Could it fit through the doorway? That's the other question too. Dude's Arcade says, looks promising, but I'm more interested in the G.I. Joe form factor. If I buy for next year, XL will just look out of place in my room. And that's a good point. You know, for people that have a smaller room, you know, the Deluxe is perfect. The Deluxe is perfect, and it offers everything. And with G.I. Joe really doing some cool Deluxe cabs, I got a hankering for some reason for a Fix-It Felix cab. I played that game on the cabinet at the Arcade, and I'm like, wow, this is actually fun. I'd never played that game before. I've always seen it, and I'm like, okay, whatever. But I actually stepped up and played it. I'm like, okay, Joel, can you make me a Fix-It Felix cab? And he said, yeah, I can do that. So, you know, for a small price, like $800, I think he said he quoted me. He can do that. So that's kind of interesting. I don't a 3/4 scale fix it Felix. That'd be kind of cool, actually. Paul said, "Yeah, I can't do 26 or 1,000 plus. Only if it was my only cab, but it's not." Yeah, see, that's the thing too. It's like we always buy all of them and fill up your game room. This isn't a single cab purchase. You know, that would be cool though, just to have like one and like as authentic as possible with as many games on it. That would be a really, really cool multi-game. Paul's saying make it 700 and a 19-inch and I'll buy all day long. Yes. I wish I had some insight to Unico so I can kind of deliver that information. But if they're watching, guys, that's a great point. Lower the price. I would not personally make the cabinet 3 feet wide. What Paul and a lot of you guys are saying, and myself included, is what John D's kind of doing is kind of like that perfect sweet spot, right? You're getting a little bit more beef. It's not that much money, and it's where it needs to be, right? The 17-inch screen, yes, it's kind of small. Bump it up to 19, right? The 61, 63-inch height, little small. Bump it to 65, 68-inch height. Okay, now we're cooking with fire, right? Like the Pac-Man XL was 65, I believe. Now that like it's just a better, it just feels more real. Do I need these things 72 inches tall? No. You know, I don't need these things so big, but I do need these things to be just priced correctly. And do we need a 26-inch monitor? Probably not. Personally, I would give either a this or that, or just go with the 19-inch and make it less wide. Make it less wide, right? But again, once you see a prototype, we could be blown away by this and like, holy cow, that it looks gorgeous, right? We truly don't know. We're going off speculation and we're going off by what we see here. You know, it's kind of like, could this be a form factor? Right now, I pulled this from the internet, right? There's different form factors and body styles to the Neo Geo, if I'm correct, right? Israel Gaming says, "Yo, Danny, that marquee replacement for the Super Street Fighter Turbo looks really good on the Yoga Flame. Anytime, bro. When we do giveaways, I'd love to do it. We'll have another giveaway show coming up here sooner than later, guys. So hang on your butts for that. That's going to be a lot of fun to do that as well. But yeah, that's this guy at Sega saying a real big blue is 28.5 wide with a 26-inch CRT. What's 3 feet? What's 3 feet in inches? 12. So 36. Is that 36 inches wide then? So let me know in the chat. J-Rod, there's a reason why the 26 FU package with all the decks sold out first. He's got a good point there. You know, maybe people want the bigger monitor, the bigger screen there. Paul Miniman says a 26-inch is even larger than the original SNK MVSX, which is hilarious. Was this one at 20? This one looks like it has a 26-inch in it. That looks like a 26-inch. Because those were big, you know. That this is like a good blueprint. This is why I pulled up this picture, so I'm thinking it would be something around this. This is what I'm hoping for at least. Because everyone's screaming for XL, you should know now. Going to the cost is going to increase. That's why I'm all in on Deluxe and maybe a few CL, which I'm sure he means XL. Yeah, you know, I'm all in on the XL, but the Deluxe has got games that, like, you know, I don't see a Golden Axe Dynamo Deluxe XL, you know, being made, or Ultra Supreme or whatever, you know, right? So I'm gonna hang on to some of these games until we see an XL variant of it, right? Until we see, okay, you know, we're getting a Mortal Kombat XL, I can let my Deluxe go, right? But right now, the Mortal Kombat, you know, 2 Deluxe is the best Mortal Kombat cab you can get right now, like form factor wise and everything. So you hang on to that, right? Yeah, and it's just pure speculation. I don't have any inside information. We're going to get some more information in the coming weeks and months, I would assume. And we'll kind of go from there. But I would assume, hey, the 26-inch monitor, that's not cheap. Plus, with the more wood and the shipping costs and all that jazz, like, this has got to be well past $1,000. But that's just me. Maybe they surprise us and they say this is $899. You know, who knows? Paul Miniman saying 1,000 is well past the mass market or even mid-market. This is going to be a super niche product unless they go with a 19-inch 700. You are right, and John D wanted to work more with niche products. You know, and I can respect. I love that. because we can get all the basic stuff from Basic Fun, right? All your banger obvious titles, right? But if you wanted that Double Dragon XL, like you get that from John D, and that could be something cool. That could be a surprise coming for the holidays. I would be overly joyed with that if that was coming. Rich Odello, another CornerCade crew channel member, says, "Oh geez, you're still babbling. What's up? Thank you so much, man, for stopping by." That's right. The show's running a little long. I'm sorry. we're going a little long here. Paul Midman said this is his idea that Unico Neo Geo might be bigger than the original Big Blue, which would be hilarious. I think that Big Blue, because they gave a range, right? 68, 72 inches. I would assume if they do a Big Blue variant, that would be the 72 inches high, which, Time Crisis is 72 inches high. I'm looking at it right now. And that's not like overbearing. I think that's, that's as max as you want to go, right? That's as big as you want to get. If they do a Dynamo style cabinet, that would be phenomenal. That would be really, really cool. I mean, even if you got the shell for modding potential, right? Even a Big Blue XL modding potential cabinet could be really cool. A lot of these cabinets that they would come out with, if they don't have games or licensed games on them, it could be a modder's dream, right? All right, where we at? Chris Nooner says, if the title is wanted and the size is right, the XL, I'm good with paying a little bit more, but it's always inevitable that costs will rise no matter what. You make a great point. These cabs started out really cheap. I was really lucky that I got, Jantry G in the chat. Thank you so much, man. I got the Golden Tee Midway for $200. Like, that was awesome. If we could just do XLs for $200 all day, I'll just wait until the West Coast wants to get rid of them. We can just ship them out this way to the Midwest, because the Midwest, these things sell like hotcakes. This is like the Arcade Mecca out here, right? Because even the resale value on these things is incredible. It's crazy. It's just everybody is loving the home arcade scene and arcade scene in the Midwest for sure. Guys, this was a fantastic show. This is a fantastic show today. We had so much cool stuff to talk about, and it's not going to stop. It's going to keep on going, guys.
He's on fire!
We're going to stay on fire all night long, guys. This is awesome.
Oh, yeah!
And I love my new soundboard. Can I get a yeah?
Yeah!
Let's go, guys. I had a lot of fun with you guys tonight. Guys, do you have anything before I skedaddle, before I get out of here, guys? Do you have anything for me? I mean, obviously, we go live when we go live. Anytime there's news, so you guys already know. If you guys have any inside information, please email thecornercade@gmail.com. I'd love to take a look and see your home arcades. Guys, the Discord, that's pinned in the chat. It's pinned all the way in the chat. Go join the CornerCade Discord, the CornerCade Crew Discord, because we love to have small talk and all that jazz. Let's go. Did I make your dog bark? That's hilarious. When are you going to game with the community? What do you mean gaming? Like hosting gameplay streams? Here's the thing. I'm going to test some things out with some cameras, some extra cameras. Maybe I'll do that like in a private thing, and I'll see if it works, because I don't want to give feedback, right? But I want to see if maybe we can bring back some gameplay from like the arcades. We used to do arcade gameplay, right? But it's not going to be anything like Switch or anything like that. No, I'm going all in with the XLs. We got to save every dime for the XLs that's coming out there, so. Zero Redux says, how was the CornerCade party? It was phenomenal, dude. That's a great question. It was really cool. We actually celebrated someone graduating from college within the family. So we had a blast, a lot of food. Our Yaya, and that's grandma for Greek, came in hot with Texas Roadhouse for everybody. So, dude, we had steaks on tap. We had a really fun time. It was cool. It's cool to see like the kids engaging with other kids and being normal. They don't get out a lot, so it's really cool. Everybody was. I fired up the arcade, and everybody was having a blast. This is like the party house right now because of this awesome game room. There's several people that didn't know a single thing about this, and I had to educate. And they were just floored with the information that I knew. It's always fun talking to new people that know that this hobby doesn't even exist. Yeah, I got to get a woo for sure. I think I can find one quick. The show's pretty much over, guys. If you want to get out of here, you can. Let me see if I can look one up real quick. I tried to look one up pre-show, but it just... Okay, I got one. That was easy. I didn't type in the right little verbiage there. Okay, guys. Just talk amongst yourselves real quick. You guys said you wanted a little woo action, right? I can do that for you. If you want it, Vic. I mean, I know you were asking for it. So here you go. There you go. It's a little soft, but we'll take it. We'll take it, right? I don't know. Yeah, it's generous, man. I don't ask questions. I don't ask questions. It was not $1,000. So we got it to go. You fool. We're not gonna. We didn't all go there and leave a tip. But yeah, did it for college graduation party. So you know you gotta go big or go home for that, right? John J in the building. I enjoyed the picture of the party of the Discord. That was really cool to share your arcade with your friends and family. And guys, that is what this hobby is all about. This is why, guys, we build out a home arcade. This is why we don't just have one At Games Legends Ultimate sitting in a corner. Because for people that have friends and family, what is everybody just gonna take a turn in line? Like, what? No. You know, so anybody that has friends, no, you can't just have one machine. You gotta have them all. You gotta have fun. Dude, I was literally an arcade operator. I mean, I had my my brother-in-law's fiance, right? She didn't even know anything about this stuff. It's hilarious. And I'm like, jump on the Frogger machine, right? That we're gonna reskin. And I showed her how to play Frogger real quick, and then she was playing that all the time. And then my brother-in-law, Ryan, who looks like Keanu Reeves, by the way. It was so funny. I should have actually had him on the show. You guys would have literally thought it was Keanu Reeves. It's like literally clone copy. But he was playing the Class of 81. People were just having fun, right? My son pulled up a chair. He was playing Golden Tee. He was playing Gauntlet on that. I showed my son there was Gauntlet on Mortal Kombat, and he looked at me like there was ghosts. He's like, how did that game get over there? They started having fun with it over there. We had people playing Mortal Kombat against each other. It was great. It was just like, this is what it's about. You know, nothing else matters, right? Nothing else matters. This is it, and that's it. It was just awesome. Johnny Blaze, you just getting here. What did I miss? Well, you missed actually the entire show. So you're going to have to watch the replay. Make sure, guys, that you give this video a like on your way out. This shit about fun, anything else is illogical. That's right. It's not anything about that, right? Oh my god. I meant catering you jokes. Oh no. We just got the steaks. Yeah, we just ordered out. Stupid Van Hobbit, where you been? We had a huge show today. Did someone say a lot about machines? Here I am. What's up, corner in chat? Had to spend some time with the family first and watch the Nutty Professor. That's okay, man. You can catch me on the replay. Catch the whole hour and 30 back on the replay. We were getting hyped, having fun, like we always do on a Tuesday night, dude. This was a great show, guys. Every show was a great show, right? It's really cool when we got like really cool like news to talk about, right? It's cool stuff. Did I miss anything? Did anything else happen in home arcade or arcade? Did anything happen that I didn't touch on? I think we kind of came to a collective that nobody's really going to get this T2. Maybe I will, but I got to see what other products come to the market, because if we get some banger XLs, you know, WrestleFest, Centipede, those things are prioritized. The Alpha 2, right? We got to make the other half payment on that. There's other things that are prioritized over, you know, the Terminator Deluxe, right? There's other things that are prioritized. So we'll see what happens. That'd be really cool to get that in like a super mega discount sale, right? I don't think it's going to last that long though. Who knows? All right, guys, it's time to get on out of here. I could chat all day long. No pinball talk. I will say this. Pinbot that's coming out, it's cool. Can we get Bride of Pinbot? Are those the same? Like, do they come as a package? Because Bride of Pinbot looks dope. That table looks phenomenal. The music is awesome. Can we get that, please? Zen, if you're watching, why would Zen watch, right? Can somebody send this to Zen? We need Bride of Pinbot, right? I think that has to come at some point. That would be amazing. Why do I want to get to T2? It's a new game in the arcade. We could bring back that deluxe form factor, so it'd be a change of pace, right? It'd be nice, cool. It would fit in nicely. I think that would be why. Now, again, it's like, do you get it? And then when you start getting all these XLs, this thing looks like just a mini me. You know, it's like, you know, you gotta think about that. So maybe this is a hard pass, right? Maybe this is a hard pass. We don't go that route, because you guys got to think too. If you look behind me, there are deluxe cabinets left and right? But the Fast and the Furious has got that height. You know, Time Crisis, Big Buck, those could easily still fit in with home arcades, right? With your other XXLs, right? Those could fit in, right? So, you know, something though that's 61 inch, I mean, that's really short. Who knows, right? Nothing said in stone until these products come out. We can actually see what things are rocking and rolling. we can definitely see what kind of product comes to fruition and comes to market, right? Just get a used one. Yeah, you could do that too. It's crazy. So, I'm done making the video, right? You go on Marketplace even today. I got 6 or 7 Terminator 2s that are listed up. Guys, people watch us that aren't the Vic Vicious, the Rich Odellos, the Johnny Blazes, the Jantry D's in the chat, guys. There are other people too that watch us, that share the news and hear the news. And it's so cool to see. It's like, wow, look at all these T2s are for sale because they're gearing up to get the Deluxe. It's not a coincidence, guys. It's really funny. You got to sell it. You got to sell it high. You got to sell it high. You don't want to let that thing come out and then you're trying to sell your T. That's not going to work. I can just go get the cheaper one. That's I won't say the better one, but it's somebody's not going to know. That's new in box, right? New in box. All right, guys. Thank you for all the laughs tonight. Had a lot of fun. Everybody go do something. Get out of here. Have fun in your home arcades. Guys, if you haven't already, give this video a like. Leave a comment down below. What'd you think of the show, right? Leave a comment, guys, before you get out of here. Hit the comment section. The comment section's got to be lit for this video to be pushed through the algorithm so we can have more people like this guy right here. 2 words, suck it in the house. There's a new name in a familiar place. Guys, I love each and every one of you. Can I before you get out of here, can I get a yeah?
Yeah!
There we go, dude. And
Say his name and he appears.
that's right, man. Say his name and he appears. I'm actually leaving. Not going to stay here anymore. I'm actually going. But if you guys want to check out the Discord, go ahead and do so. The link is posted in the chat box here. I have it pinned up, ready to go. But guys, let me know what you think about all this madness in home arcade. You're going to get the Unico. You're going to get the T2. What's going on? Do you truly believe Arcade OneUp is coming out with some confirmed new titles? Or do you think it's just going to be some rehashes and re-releases in the deluxe form, guys? Leave a comment down below. Give this video a like on your way out. And as always, guys, this is Danny from the CornerCade, and we will see you all in the next one. Peace.